Okay, folks. This video is going to be on the dreaded car seat testing, both the inputting of the data and the billing for it. Okay, so it's a procedure. So since it's a procedure, you can either put it in the daily note, you can put it in the discharge note, or you can do a procedure note. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put it into a procedure note. So I created a baby boy in the Well Baby Nursery who is going to, this is the correct patient. I'm going to create a new encounter and I'm going to go to the master. And since this is a procedure, I'm going to go to the procedure note. Okay, and now I go down to the procedure itself. Let's add it. It's the car bed seat study right over here. We did it today. Now to enter into the procedure, you go like this. This is the part where people get messed up with the car seat testing, because the top part here asks you, did you complete it or did the hospital staff complete it? Now, it's semantics, but you have to say that you completed it. And by saying that you completed it, you're not really saying that you did it. What you're saying is that you interpreted it. This part does not get into your note. What this part does is it tells the computer, or the program it tells the computer that yes, we're going to bill for this. Yes, we're going to bill for this, but it was unsuccessful. No, we're not going to bill for it because the hospital employee did it. Or no, the procedure was canceled. So the question is, are you going to bill for it? Yes, of course you're going to bill for it. And we're going to bill for the interpretation of it. Now, can we put changes for interpretation? Well, guess what? I asked Cheryl if we could do that, and to do that, we'd have to change every single template for procedures in the EMR, and that would cost a lot of money to do. So I just want you to remember that with a car seat study, the procedure was completed by OnSite because you are the one who is interpreting it. Why did you do it? You did it because of prematurity. You spoke to mom and dad before and after the procedure. What did you use? Usually it's cardiopulmonary and pulse oximetry. It was done today, and we did it at 10 o'clock in the morning. And it was interpreted by myself. Okay. What kind of device did you use? Car seat. And you did it in the NICU, and you did it over. Well, here it is. In my NICU, the nurses do a pre-test of 30 minutes, and then they test the baby for 60 minutes. So we can really only bill for those 60 minutes. Those 30 minutes are just to make sure that the equipment is working. So we're not using that to interpret anything. We're using the 60 minutes that they used after the 30-minute test period. Other hospitals have a mandatory 90-minute, but the way Norwalk works is it's 60 minutes. So I put in 60. Okay. I'm using the keyboard, but you can use these numbers here. Now, when I press it, watch what happens. I did it over 60 minutes. It goes right to the next one. It asks me what the sat is in the resting range. Okay, so I'm going to put it was 96. Then I push enter, and it goes right to the next one. It was 96 to 99%. Again, push enter. The longest sat, usually it's 0, and the lowest sat was 95. Push enter. You go to the next one. How many desaturations? Less than 85. I'm going to put 0. Okay, number of apneas. I had 0. Okay, longest apnea. There wasn't any. Okay, well, the resting heart rate. Now you have to look at the data. Okay, the data, if it's like 140 to 160, you say 150. Okay, push enter. Lowest heart rate, we say it was 140. Push enter again. Longest heart rate, less than 80, we're saying the child had none of those. And the number of bradycardia, less than 80, none. Okay. Now we come to results. Did the child pass or fail? The child passed. Okay. And what are we going to recommend? We're going to recommend a semi-reclined car seat. Now, input all the data. For every procedure that you do, if you want to record it in the EMR, you have to highlight it. See, it says highlight row and hit save and close to complete the order. Whenever you see red in a or any colors, especially red, say, okay, that's one that has to be done. Okay, but really, you really do have to fill out all these little things in here in this procedure note, and there are a lot of little things to click. But recently, Cheryl got this to work, so all you got to do is press enter, and you go to the next box. Okay, so let's go down to save and close. Now this was just a procedure note. Okay, if let's say I already did my discharge note for the day, or if I already did my progress note for the day, if I did that and forgot to put in the car seat challenge, so I go and I put in a procedure note here to record it, I have to print a separate procedure note and get it signed and into the chart. If you do it with your progress note, you're signing it in the progress note. If you do it with your discharge note, you're signing it in the discharge note. If you do either of those before you do the procedure, and this is with really with any procedure that you do after you have submitted um, uh, a note, you have to create a document for that. Now, sometimes I'll say, gee, great job putting in all the data, but no procedure note was written. Well, how do I know? Because all these are just templates. There's no document here. So let's make a document. We're going to make a document. It's going to be a procedure note. Now look at this. Wonderful. See what? I got my indication procedures. I got my baby's name. I got the equipment. I got all the data that I just input. And I have a result. Pass the car seat recommendation. And guess what? I have my name. And if I print this and sign it and get it in the chart, you have a bill. Okay? So let's say I printed it, got it in the chart. Now I have to go to the ESB. And use change to save it. Okay. All right. And I have to have a reason for putting in the car seat. Now, this baby was not premature, so I'm going to go up here, and again, it's not here. I didn't make this baby a premature baby for the last time I used it, but let's just say I had that diagnosis in it. There's a way that I can get it in there right now, and I guess I can show you how to do that. You go back to your master. You go yes. You go to problems. You go to gestational age. And let's give this baby from today, we'll make him the gestational age of 33 weeks. Okay. All right, let's save. And let's go back to my neonatal ESB. I'm going to save it. And now premature should be over here. Disregard the fact that there's already a term. And I will put this here as a diagnosis. I can't delete those because it's the same date, okay, as another ESB that I put in. But guess, oh, term, I don't want term. Let's get rid of that. I wanted premature. Ay, ay, ay. It didn't work. For some reason, it didn't work. Okay, but let's just make believe that right down here it says premature. Okay, so you have to click this and click inside the box. Okay, and what that does is if let's say this was premature, that it links up this bill with this diagnosis, and then you submit. That's it. And look, see this right here? This is the note. Okay, that's how I know that you've printed up a note. All right, so let's go to the baby's master. And let's go to the census. And if you click on the baby in the little baby nursery, you will see that the car seat comes up here. All right. This has been the dreaded car seat challenge documentation. It really is not that hard. Just don't forget to put in the data, create a note, print the note, sign the note, get it in the chart. Then you have to go to the ESB and link up the car seat challenge to one of the diagnoses, and the diagnosis usually is prematurity. I hope this has been helpful. Remember, again, with going into that template, procedure was completed by onsite because you completed the interpretation. Okay, not that you physically did it, but you did the interpretation. Okay, and if you look in the note, there's nothing in the note that says who physically did it. It says I interpreted. Okay, so there you go. This has been the dreaded car seat challenge, and it was requested by Amy Barton, I believe. I'm not sure. I get a lot of requests. All right, but it most certainly is one of the top 10. All right. Now let's see if I can remember how to stop.